One day, I woke up feeling unwell. I was having a temperature and dry cough. I took a pill, but I still felt sick. My fever wasn't subsiding and was feeling much worse. I was aching all over. My mom told me to go to the hospital. The doctor came to check my vital signs. He thought I should do a swab test. True to his suspicion, the results came positive. I had to isolate myself as part of the protocol. My mom recommended that I stayed at my grandma's house in a village far away from town. The house has been empty ever since Granny died. Taking with me all my medication and all the food that could last me for 3 days, drove down to the village some 30 kilometers away from town. When I arrived at the house, I saw the mess and the chaos. It wasn't surprising as no one has lived there for a long time. I forced myself to do some cleaning even if I was feeling sick. Perhaps moving about was helpful for my condition too. I didn't want to lie down in bed and feel all the more miserable. After doing the cleaning, I video called my friends. They faked their laugh to sort of mock me, but I knew that they were feeling concerned about the situation and prayed for me to get well soon so we could hang out as usual. I always sent my selfies of whatever activity I did at Grandma's house and sent them to our group chat. But I was shocked when my friend asked me whether I was with someone else in the house. All my friends noticed that I was being accompanied by someone while doing all my activities in Grandma's house. After hearing my friends' comments, I checked my photos one by one. I zoomed my photos and indeed I saw something dark in the background. That night, I turned all the lights and read a book for distraction. All of a sudden, I heard a loud noise. It seemed like a pot fell to the ground. It also occurred to me that there had been footsteps in the backyard. I tried to look more closely using the flashlight on my cell phone. I locked the door and closed the windows immediately once I got back into the house. I took my meds and turned off the lights. I turned on some mellow music and tried to pull myself to sleep. All of a sudden, I was awakened by a sound coming from the corner of my bed. I was too weak to get up, but I could hear that the sound resembled that of someone who was eating something loudly. With only the faint light from the moon, I saw the image of a man who looked messed up and sat mindlessly on the floor eating something from his bag. His image was towering over me. I couldn't move. I was too shocked. I couldn't imagine where the man who was that big came from. I would never be able to put up a fight with him. As he got up, he fell on the floor and then he walked towards me. I pretended to be asleep. He scanned my body and looked at my face. I could feel his breath on my face. After a few minutes, he walked away. I tried to open my eyes. I saw him go up to the second floor. As he walked away, I searched for my car key and ran outside. I could still hear the sound he was making as he went upstairs. Without giving it much thought, I stepped on my gas and drove away with the image of a big, dark, and grimy man in my head. I told the story to everyone in the family. The next day, the police came to check Granny's house. They didn't see any trace whatsoever of the man I saw. What kind of a creature did I meet that night?